Hi guys, it's your girl Tasha. So here's what I'm going to talk to y'all about. So people W2's are starting to drop. Attitudes are starting to pop. And when I mean by pop, I mean they starting to pop off. I've been dealing with this. I've been seeing it for years. A lot of people not used to having money. They just not. This is starting to be the highlight of some people's years. And I'm a 1099 chick, and I'm going to post why. When I show you guys my retirement plan from a system that I was in for 20 years, and they tried to tell me to hang in there till I'm like 50 to get some crumbs with a master's degree, this is why I leveled up in my gift to be an entrepreneur. So if you are a W-2 person, there's nothing wrong with that. But I want you to be aware that, the 1099 people, y'all understand me. 1099 meaning you're self-employed. I have pipelined all my kids to be 1099. It's important to train your children, even if you're on the journey of trying to train yourself on how this money thing works. People, income taxes, for those of you who still get income taxes, I remember back in the day when I was on welfare, baby, I couldn't wait for income taxes to come. Baby, that $4,000, that $5,000, or $6,000 was looking real, real pretty every year. And what happened is, at that time, I wasn't maturing with my money. I was not mature with money. It was all about when I'm finna go get a new. Some of y'all older, so y'all can relate to some of my lingo. But y'all remember component sets? Baby, every time them taxes dropped, we had already assigned that money to be spent in somebody's market space. As soon as the income taxes dropped, it was all about going to get a new couch. You always get the same old couch from the same old raggedy furniture place. For some reason, them couches don't never last a year because you keep buying cheap stuff. Or you go and get a cheap raggedy car. Listen, our immediate neighbor and some of our uncles, they own and they have a wholesaler, whatever it is, you go to these car auctions. They know some shady people, y'all, that go to the car auctions to buy lemons. And guess what they tell them? Y'all already know I'm preaching to the choir. But they tell them that they be auctioning off getting the cheapest, raggediest car because they're ready to market it to people that's out here thirsty and finna spend their money, their income tax money, and they want cheap cars. So this is why you see a lot of people, have y'all noticed every year they have to buy a new car? Because they go into these shady car lots that's buying at these auctions cheap, nasty cars that ain't gonna last you but 6 months. And next year you gotta do it all over again. So in other words, people are marketing to the vulnerability and the ignorance of people. When I tell you we are living at a time, y'all should see the place I'm in right now. I'm finna lock arms with people to learn something new up in this hub right here. I'll probably be the only brown person. It does not matter. But when you want more information to do better, you need to put yourself in those environments, in them circles. We live in at a time that you can learn just about anything. And so when you start seeing people, getting their W-2's, because I do simple income taxes. I show people how to do income taxes, simple income taxes, and I do them. I probably won't do them this year, but I've showed enough people through my social work years. I would always teach the parents how to do income taxes so they can A, earn money, and B, quit giving H&R Block, Jackson Hewitt, TurboTax, all these people all your money. And people start acting funky and foul when it comes to money. Have y'all noticed? People forget that they owe you money. They forget that you done loaned them money down through the years. But as soon as they get their money with a little bit of commas in it, probably like one comma, they start falling out. They have an attitude because they don't want to be in fellowship with you when that money comes. And this is why some of you guys, if you can experience this and you see the same people, they trip on you just like the relationships. The men leave you, come back around income tax time, people get cashed out, and you continue that cycle. But here's what I want to tell you guys. Get out of the whole lifestyle of W-2's and start leaning into Team 1099. And here's why. Your W-2's is, set up to give you a little bit of this back, right? And some of your taxes been withheld. And it is capped off based on the person you're clocking into. I am encountering people right now that's in their 40s and 50s and 60s still working, and the employer is tripping on them. You know why? Because their medical situation unchanged. They don't run as fast. They don't type as fast. They don't get up to the copier as fast. They don't do their presentation as they used to because they done had strokes or they we gaining weight or something. So these employers, they are paying you what they feel you are worth. So you are exchanging dollars for hours. I work 8 hours, you pay me 8 hours. The 1099 world is unlimited. You get with some tax experts, they will tell you, this is why y'all don't understand. Why do you understand when you go to a business meeting or a meeting in general and that person always taking the bill? Like, no, I need the receipt. I had to learn all that. I be trying to teach y'all, but y'all got to understand, you got to level up. Because the W2 lifestyle is not going to sustain you. I'm going to post, look, I share a part of my testimony because I ain't got nothing to be ashamed of. What does it look like you working until you 67 years old, 55 years old, and they talking about giving you $600 a month? And I'm over here with 3 degrees, major student loans. Not too bad, but I'm looking to pay them off. But this is what I'm saying. Y'all got to wake up. And this is why I'm telling you guys this, because you teaching your children how to go clock in for somebody. I'm not saying everybody into entrepreneurship, but baby, why is it that you into working 2 or 3 jobs and working Uber trying to make them rich? So if you can tap into maybe your 9 to 5 and then figure out, okay, what is it that I'm super good at that I can market and give me a 1099 instead of chasing these little pieces of paper. People get a major attitude because they don't want to pay you back. They want to have an instant attitude with you because, if I be mad with her, I ain't got to, pay back the money I owed her. I'm telling y'all right now, if you stingy, you always begging, want people to do stuff for you, you is not going to be blessed. If you always, holding on to stuff and you can bless somebody with something, but you always trying to sell it to them, you're going to have a hard time being blessed. And I don't know how y'all define blessed, but I'm just telling you, if you stingy, it's just not going to work. You might be popping for the moment, but you're not going to have sustainability. Because when you give sacrificially and you don't start treating finances as, oh, I got this lump sum, I'm finna go make Amazon rich. Listen, you know how many people I know on work comp right now? They on work comp banking on getting a lump sum. While you banking on getting a lump sum, sit down with somebody that know a little bit more than you. Get on the phone with me. Let's craft out a game plan for you to be better. Like, quit banking on the next person just giving you something based on the entry. And then you ain't got no kind of plan to grow that money. A lot of people I talk to, every time they get a little lump sum, you done have 3, 4, 5 lump sums in your life. And you go out and spend it into these stores that don't even care about you and I anyway. And then you train your kids to do the same thing. And this is why I am an online bestie, all things relaxation. Because when you relax and allow me to pour my experience into you, you can have a changed mindset and you can start showing up for yourself and you will feel better. That's what I do, I'm telling you guys, if you are dealing and encountering people who get a W-2 form, this is a W-2 for one of the people that I work with. I serve career women that's overextended and burnt out. And so part of what I do is, meet them where they at, wherever they're burnt out. I guide them through a process so they can have added peace. And so some of them are, even if they got 6 figures coming in, they still financially stressed because their relationship with money is not healthy. And shout out to people who, reach out for the support that they need and not be in denial about it. Because that's where you can start doing better, when you can start relating to some things and saying, hey, I don't have to have everything all figured out. There's a lot of things I do not know. That's why I'm at a meeting that I'm finna sit in and be fed so I can learn some things in marketing and different things in business so that I can be the best that I can be. Why? Because people put information out online. What page are you out there reading? Are you reading information that's going to help mobilize and open up your mind up so you're not chasing down this mailman for some money that you're going to spend anyway? And that's why I tell you guys, it's not about money all the time. It's your money mindset. There's countless people that's finna get taxes. Countless people wish they're getting taxes. Countless people getting these work comps. Countless people, hitting the lottery. Whatever's going on in your situation. Why is it always spent to the last dime? That is a behavior problem. Behavior with money problem. And so when you start looking at your life, I want you to really evaluate your circle of influence, the people you rolling with. Is everybody having income tax arguments? That's not a mature crowd you want to work with. I'm just sorry. If I'm going to be the online bestie, I got to come with it. Because it bothers me to see people college educated, whether you dropped out in 4th grade. There's so many people that dropped out in 4th grade that's naturally gifted and know how to navigate some things and doing very, very well for themselves. where you have other people, all you know how to do is work hard instead of working smart. So it grieves me to see people falling out, families falling out. In social work, we get a lot of calls when I worked in child welfare. People start making up fake stuff on family members, all because y'all fighting over who finna claim who on the income taxes. That is so played out. And it's not just the people calling the hotline with the lies. It's some grown professional people that don't have a healthy relationship with money. We was in the meeting today, just probably several hours ago, and they already predicted the number of people that's going to be calling off when their income taxes hit their direct deposit. They going to be calling off because the girl said, I'm going to San Francisco. I'm going to spend my money over there for me and my kids. We're going to have a whole vacation. She said, so I'm going to be calling in sick because I don't have enough vacation hours on the books, and I'm going to be over there taking all kind of selfies. So she goes, I don't friends people from my job because I don't want them to see that I'm on this beach and hanging out with my kids because I'm calling in sick. The other girl says she do the same thing every year when she get her taxes. So my question to them is, that's okay, that's cool, but you just told me you're trying to level up in your finances. So why is it that y'all haven't had a conversation about how you're going to grow the money? You constantly paying off that same credit card bill every year. That is a mindset issue. That truly is a mindset issue. And what I can say to you guys, if you get into yourself where you feel like you figured a lot of things out in life and don't be in a posture of learning things, you are going to sell yourself short every time. You can't teach your son or daughter to be magnificent and great if you don't even know. And a lot of times our kids can overextend us and go out and get the information, but you feel like you the mama, the auntie, the daddy, or the uncle. They can't tell you anything. Yes, they can if you sit in the posture of learning. If you are sitting up here jocking the mailman for the W2's and have not considered being a 1099 person, some kind of self-employment on the side even, you are cutting yourself short. So I want you to really go to your retirement office and just throw out a number. Hey, what would the numbers look like? Some of the people that are six figures in these jobs, they work so many hours. It look like they don't even see their kids. They don't know if they're coming or going. They're not sleeping properly. So this is what I wanted to let you guys know. If you have not signed up for I'm Doing Me brunch is going to tap on this whole money mindset stuff. Get in my inbox. Tell me you can't wait till February 22nd for the information I'm going to give you. Get in my inbox. We can do a one-on-one. Because I'm out here trying to push wellness. And only way you're going to be well mentally, spiritually, financially, if you are around people that's arguing still over taxes and you grown by now, why are you fooling with people with that mindset? They shouldn't even be in your camp. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys. I have to be very blunt. You choose to struggle if you keep doing the same thing expecting different results. You keep fighting with people over W2's when we living in a 1099 world. Get in where you fit in. And if you're not a 1099 person, that's fine. But what are you going to do about your finances if you're not going to do something different? What are you going to do? Because the number one stressor for the women that I serve in terms of the demographics, we're spenders. People of color, we're the number one consumer in the nation. But we own a small percentage of the wealth. Do your research. You're sitting online anyway. Do your research. And let that research scare the bejesus out of you. That's why people attitudes is popping off, because they don't have no vision. They just living day to day, moment to moment. No clear vision. Go to Talk2Tasha.com and schedule that call so we can chop it up and get things cracking. You went to college to have a better lifestyle. Now you over here in debt, ain't making enough money to pay the college bill back. That's scandalous. Some of it is partly our mindset, and some of it is because you sitting on your gifts and waiting on that job to honor your worth. Touch your neighbor and say, cut it out. I'll see y'all at the brunch, and I'll see you guys in my inbox. If you about that life, hit me up. All things upward. Talk to you in a minute.